Oh, it looks like we are live. Sweet. It's about to pop up. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We are straight. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Narik Chase channel. I'm Narik Chase, and with me, Madam B. As you can see in the title here, we have another Madam B and Narik reviews.
Hi.
Now, today, what we're going to be talking about is this interesting movie that was on Netflix. Was it 2D TV?
Tubi.
2B TV. I really think it was on Netflix too.
No.
Oh, all right then. I really think it was on Netflix.
No.
I think it was. I kept coming across it, and I was like, I'll watch it, but I never did until we watched that. But anyways, we are going to be talking about the 2016 slasher horror film 31. Now, 31 was directed by Rob Zombie, and it's basically about these people that get kidnapped and put into this life or death situation like type game where they have to defend themselves against these killer clowns.
From outer space.
But that's basically the plot of the whole movie. Within that time, they have 12 hours to survive, and when they survive,
The
I don't know. I don't
first
know.
person to win 31, they go free.
I guess, yeah. I guess is about it. But, anyways, there was a lot to like about the movie, and there was a lot not to like about the movie. And this is Rob Zombie. He the guy who made Halloween. And of course, based off his that what they got going on with Halloween. Sheri Moon Zombie is his wife, and he has to put his wife in his movies. And there's always a high concentration of sexual content as well
And
as
cussing.
cussing. All
Profanity.
yes, I mean, look, I understand cussing is part of the everyday lingo. I enjoy it. It makes me look really cool and badass.
Okay.
But sometimes they just lay it on a little bit too thick, and of course it's written by Rob Zombie, so there you go. But anyways, there is a lot to like about this movie, and I want you to go ahead and let me know the things that you enjoyed.
Well, I gotta tell you the things that I enjoy. Can I just. Because I was lost for the most part of the movie. Because I didn't know, like, it just opened up showing these groups, these people. For the most part, I did recognize some of the names.
No,
But,
the first sequence was when uh, what's it, Death Head was talking to the camera.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the first sequence.
But, you know, I was talking about the, when they were
In
in the
the
other one.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so I didn't. The first part of it, it was like, okay, you got these people, van. You said they were carnival workers. I didn't know because
Uh,
they didn't seem like it.
yeah, I had read it on something,
Okay, see,
and I think they mentioned it, but they only mentioned like one line, and that was it. But they really didn't look like carnival workers.
no. So for the most part of it, yeah, I'm like, okay. Then all of a sudden they get. It's like they got lured there.
I won't say lured, but it's like it was a setup, but it's like y'all could have kind of went around that. What was so interesting about that y'all would go walking out of the van to go see it?
Now, if they were knowingly going to the destination with them people and they got trapped there, like, okay, we're finna go see what these people are about. Maybe they want us to be in their carnival thing. That would have been better. Then they just got trapped there and had to find their way out. But, uh,
I don't think the whole carnival bit was even really relevant because if you
yeah,
think about it, they happen to be carnival workers and they get chased by killer clowns.
those are like the only two things that maybe can say about a carnival. Anyway,
The movie
uh,
was it was a weird movie. Look, we're used to watching movies where people get lured into like homes or houses or something, and then it's like a life or death situation.
but sometimes you have to watch the occasional bad movie.
Yeah, and you have to have some type of exposition. Look, the 30 idea behind 31 is okay. It's an interesting premise. The problem with the movie is like that's it's just the premise. It doesn't really go into it. Like these people get kidnapped and go into the and get into the game. But like you said, it'd been a lot better had they volunteered maybe not known all of what the game was about.
I know I wasn't talking about like the game 31. Okay, you saw what the people were dressed up as, right? So they were carnival workers. I'm just like, okay, yeah, they're knowingly going here for like a job or something like that. Yeah, we want you to be part of our carnival. A flyer, a letter, a phone call to make them, yeah, we know where we're going, but we don't know what we're getting into.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. So basically, like that's even a better premise than what happened in this movie because in this movie they were just traveling, they stopped, got kidnapped, and then the thing about the kidnapping part, which didn't make any sense, they killed off. I don't even want to say they killed off. I only see them kill like 2 people.
Like there were.
It was like 10 people.
It wasn't that many in that van.
It was the big guy driving. It was the 2 that were having sex in the back. It was the guy with the mustache. It was the old lady.
Okay.
It was the young chick.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it was like
No, we gotta count the people that were in the van.
yeah.
Not the
The big guy, the two that was having sex, the guy with the mustache, Sheri Moon, the old lady. It was another black guy. It was another black guy.
That's okay.
Because he was the one that got stabbed outside the van.
I think they were at least Fat Randy.
Yeah. So at least it had been like 8 people.
Okay, I say there were at least 8 people.
Yeah, and it was a young chick too. It was a young chick because she got stabbed.
But in that moment, they just killed off half of them.
But I only seen them kill 2 people. I only seen them kill the black guy and the young chick.
And then next thing you know, they're.
So I was like, what happened to the other 2? Because they only focused on 4 after, 5 or 4.
Yeah, and they just got messed up. It was a lot of gore. That's what they focused on mainly.
But it wasn't bad, actually. It wasn't like overly done or anything like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't underdone
It
either.
was a lot of gore and profanity.
Yes. Now, and what did I say about the movie? Did not like any of the main characters. But them clowns, they had the best lines. They were the funniest. They had the most personality. It's got some talent behind it. Really, the most notable person is Richard Brake, as well as Malcolm McDowell. I thought Malcolm McDowell was all right. He didn't really do anything in the film, but he's always good at playing characters like this. And I don't understand the whole dress up thing that they were doing. The Victorian thing. What was that?
That's how they got their, I guess.
The rocks off?
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
What did they do? They changed back into their regular clothes and went on about their day. So that's how they.
And was it like a betting thing? Because I don't even think. I think they were betting too, but it was like, not really. And how in the hell did they come up with those odds? I still don't understand that. It was like, number 6, your chances of survival in this next match are 1 million to 0.5. I was like, what in the hell they got going on
here? Yeah, it was like that.
But honestly, the best part of the movie were the clowns. They had the best lines. They had the most personality. Even the little Mexican, the little short midget guy, he was up there talking. He was talking cash shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the star of this movie, the absolute star of this movie, was Richard Brake. Like, if they ever recast the Joker next to Joaquin Phoenix, they decide to recast the Joker again, I would seriously put him in consideration.
He looked like he would be a good Joker.
Because the character he played was like the Joker.
Yeah.
Looked like him and acted like him too. Like, he is the reason you should go watch this movie. He did a fantastic performance. The movie is kind of everywhere at times because you get more. What was it? The second time you see him in the movie, what is he doing? I guess screwing a hooker or something like that. I was like, that's random. And then they kept showing it.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's what he does.
Oh, man. But one thing I did like about the characters were that, I mean, besides the fact they were stupid, because they did do a lot of stupid stuff. Remember when the midget was not cornering Sheri Moon's character, but he was pushing her back. He was walking her backwards. Then he locked her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he locked her in the thing because that's how the second black guy got killed.
Yeah.
It was 3 black guys. I'm sorry. It was a Jamaican one. I guess it was a regular black guy, and then it was the one that had the cowboy hat, which was having sex in the back. I don't know what the hell happened to that guy. Maybe he was the one that got stabbed. But remember that the midget guy killed the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Got that other one.
Yeah, it doesn't give much to.
Like, why did they have all of those characters? Like, that was one of the problems I have with the characters. Was too many characters.
Yeah.
Because like when the initial kidnapping happened, like I only seen 2 get stabbed, and then it was like 5 left. But I was like, okay, where's the other 2 or 3 people?
Right, and the way you know they were in the room right after the dude got killed. They came into this room where the food was. Okay, I'm like, okay, how did they get the dude out and under the table and cooked? They were eating him.
But wait, that was the guy?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah.
I thought there was somebody else.
No, that was one of their friends. That's why I kept saying, like, how did they get him out and cooked and under the table? They couldn't have been wandering that long.
You sure? 'Cause that body looked like it was
They said it was him.
It was?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
And then that's when that dude threw him up because, you know,
he would have got 8.
Everybody was like wondering.
He would have got 8. I would have been like, that's on you, Chief.
Okay.
You want some of this? Oh man, but like there was too many characters, and then the characters weren't giving anything. Like, you don't know nothing about the characters at all, really.
You know more about the clowns than you do the characters.
And my favorites. My favorite was what's his name? Doomhead. But I like Psycho Head and Schizo Head, the brothers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, them dudes were so stupid. I love them. I love a villain that can talk shit like that. But I will give it to them too. The characters actually fought back.
Yeah. They just didn't sit there and get killed.
Yeah, they actually fought back, and I really enjoyed that about them.
I guess that's why the people were doing the odds like that, because it's like, hey, there's no way that they can survive these. But yeah, I guess it started out with a little midget and got, you know, each level got a little harder until.
Because the midget took out the black guy, even though it showed him stab him.
Yeah.
And then he was still alive some type of way. I was like.
Yeah, it's like he kept saying, do it, and he's like, maybe he got scared.
And the midget's like, ah! And then it cut, and then you're like, oh, you killed the hell out of the dude. The dude was still alive. Now, I can understand the movie would have been a lot better had they not separated them. Mm-hmm. I think they all should have been. If you're going to make something that tense, and it's going to be that type of odds to where you shouldn't survive or something like that, the cops should be that badass that all these people should be together, and the clowns should be able to pick you off like that. Of course, the movie starts off, they're all scattered, which wasn't really a bad idea. The whole midget thing started off with the midget. Like, I didn't understand why it was like they started just letting them go one at a time, and then 2. Like, the midget started it off. I was like, why you just don't send them all out?
I guess they were doing about levels. Like, unlock. You pass this level, you unlock a new one.
See, but that kind of takes away from it, because you keep having all of that. You got all these clowns. It's like, for every character that should have been, they should have been in the area where a clown was, and they were trying to, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They were trying to survive against that clown. That would have made more sense. But they got this one midget terrorizing like 4 people, and I was like, really? Because Sheri Moon's character, she's backing up with a bat. And he got a little bitty. You could have been like, blow, blah, 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 blah. You could have cocked that bat like a shotgun. Blow. I'd have let him have it. Then he locked her out of the thing. And then I told you the part where, like, the movie is cool. It's like one of those movies, like, it's stupid, but it's cool.
Mm.
Because, like, the part with the two brothers, both of them had the chainsaws. And I kind of felt sorry for that one chick that they had tied down to barbed wire. Because, you know, dang, he gutted her ass. But if you're a fan of, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and more centrally focused or something like The House of a Thousand Corpses or something like that, you'll like it.
This movie really didn't have a story to it. It's just like, they just threw them in there. Because the people that were in the room, it's like they were seeing everything, but I didn't see no camera.
Yeah, that was one thing I didn't understand. They're like sitting here talking, but you don't see no cameras.
So it's like,
you don't even see them seeing it.
Like, it's like when somebody got killed, they would go back to them. It's like they knew, but
you don't see them looking at the cameras or something like that. It's like, how do y'all know? We don't see y'all looking at no cameras or anything like that. Or something like that. They should have cameras with motion capture or the motion capture thing, so that way you don't have to be like, well, tune in to camera 2. No, whenever something moves, the camera picks up on it.
Yeah.
That'd be better way to follow
it really didn't have no story. It's just like they just got some people and just do something together. But and what's his name, Doomhead?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like when he came onto the scene, it's like it got real.
Like, he starts the movie off intense, and I was like, that's kick ass. Mm-hmm. That's really the way that he came on screen with the whole talking, and that's what made it cool. It's like, oh, who has he's breaking the fourth wall? He's talking to someone. Now it turns out he was talking to someone, but they, like, intensity wise, like, one of the best antagonists of 2016. Because I love that, and then I love the whole thing where he kept with the smiling, with the blood and the smiling and stuff. Yeah. I like, yes, that's Joker material right there. But honestly, yeah, it was actually better than I thought it was going to be. Yes, they did the whole swearing. They talked about cussed all the freaking time, and that was annoying.
Yeah, I would really like to know, like, what happened with him and
the ending is a bit of a cliffhanger, but it's like there's no way. There's no way she got out of that. There's no way.
I guess he wanted to finish it.
Okay, the cliffhanger is this, and this is a spoiler, even though we didn't technically spoil the hell out of this movie. The main chick, they ain't no main chick actually. The moon chick, she escapes. She gets out of it. Yeah. Barely.
So they had to, when they was like, one thing they were serious about, if they survived the game, the person
they stopped.
Right, and they just got back into their regular clothes. But Doomhead, I guess he didn't.
But there really wasn't no point behind that. Okay, at the end of the movie, Doomhead's about to kill her. He does some kind of monologuing a little bit, which you're like, no, if you're as badass. Well, you can see that in his character, because his character never really just like killed somebody like that first. He did or said something before he did it, but it was always badass. But as soon as he's about to kill her, time is up. Then he's like fuck. Then he leaves. Mm-hmm. But then what happens? She escaped. She's walking out the road. What happened? He pulls up, and it looks like they're about to get into it.
I actually thought he was going to take her and like fix her up some. They could become,
or do that thing he was doing early in the movie.
Yeah, but
what the hell was that? But it left off, and that's the end of the movie. Like, this, like, them two gonna have a final battle, and it's like, no, you're beat to shit, and he has 2 knives, and he's like this trained killer, so we pretty much know where this is gonna go after that. And you're still warned. You was barely walking down the street. So, like, Rob Zombie, I mean, and plus, like I told you, he was the guy. Richard Brake was the guy off Halloween 2 who slammed into the freaking cow and kept cussing, and then Michael Myers came and cut his head off.
Okay.
So this movie definitely feels like a Rob Zombie movie. It's a really entertaining movie. Yes, it has a ton of flaws, but it's a really entertaining movie.
Yeah.
And And for the most part, the only reason you would actually go see this movie is pretty much the clowns, because they take the cake. Gosh, they're retarded. They're funny. The dialogue is stupid.
Yeah, and the movie did bomb. It didn't make what the budget it or even near the budget really. So
And I'm probably going to come back and do what they could have done better with this movie to make it to make it more of a success. But we are at the end of the video, guys. Any finishing thoughts?
no, no.
All right, then. Final verdict. What would you give this movie? Um,
Well, any other movie like this, I would say two. If they would have gave Doomhead a little bit more screen time instead of the beginning and the end and the sex, I know. Uh, so I might say barely a three.
I was going to say that too. It's a crazy. It was a kind of a shitty movie, but it was entertaining.
Mm.
And as long as I get the entertainment value out of it, I can be a little bit more fair about it. So both of us give it a 3 out of 5. And with that being said, guys, in the comment section below, let us know, what did you think about 31. Did you like it? Did you like the gore, the killing? Did you like the clowns? What are your favorite moments? What are your favorite characters? And also be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what's going on this channel. Remember, guys, Tuesdays, but mainly Thursdays, we do upload videos, so stay tuned for those. We'll definitely catch you guys later.